Ayan, okay.
Smart kasi may YouTube. Yun lang itong TV.
Ang tunay na pangalan ng mga tao, lugar at organisasyon sa liham na tampok sa palabas na ito ay pinalitan at binago. Ang anumang pagkakahawig ng mga bagong pangalan sa aktwal na tao, lugar o organisasyon ay hindi sinasadya at nagkataon lamang.
Magandang araw mga consumer! Tuwing Pasko, bagong taon o anumang espesyal na okasyon ay naging pangkaraniwang regalo na ang gift check o gift certificates. Meron ka bang mga gift checks na hindi nagamit ng mga nakaraang taon? Maaari mo pa ba itong gamitin? Ngayong linggo sa Dear Consumer Care, isang katanungan tungkol sa Gift Check Act ang ating sasagutin mula kay Ginoong Tagle. Dear Consumer Care, palagi akong nag-grocery at gift check ang madalas kong pambayad. Laking gulat ko na lamang nung ako ay nag-grocery sa isang supermarket at hindi tinanggap ang gift check na aking pambayad dahil ito ay na-issue noon pang 2019. Sabi sa akin ng kahera, hindi raw sila tumatanggap ng lumang gift check o yung mga hindi na nagamit ng mga nakaraang taon. Tama po ba ito? At para sagutin ang katanungan ni Ginoong Tagle, kasama natin ngayon ang Assistant Division Chief ng Consumer Advocacy Division ng Consumer Policy and Advocacy Bureau, Ms. Vivian Alarcado. Magandang araw po, Ms. Vien.
Magandang araw mga consumers at magandang araw Ms. Dens.
Ms. Ben, bago po natin sagutin ang katanungan ni Ginoong Tagle, maaari niyo po bang ibahagi sa amin kung ano itong Gift Check Act?
Alam mo Dens, ayon sa Republic Act No. 10962 o ang Gift Check Act of 2017, ang gift check, gift certificate, or gift card ay anumang instrumento gaya ng papel, card o code na binibigay sa isang consumer na kailangang igalang ng isang establishment o tindahan na nagbigay nito bilang kabayaran sa produkto o serbisyo. Dagdag pa rito, ang pag-issue ng gift check na may expiration ay ipinagbabawal.
Kabilang po ba sa Gift Check Act ang coupon o voucher?
Ang mga instrumento na i-issue sa ilalim ng loyalty o promotional discount gaya ng rewards, coupons at vouchers ay hindi sakop ng Gift Check Act. Kaya naman, ito ay maaaring naglalaman ng expiration dates at ang paggamit nito ay sumusunod sa mga alituntunin at kondisyong ibinigay ng tindahan or establishment.
Pero paano po ba natin malalaman kung ang instrument ay voucher o coupon?
Bukod sa ang voucher o coupon ay in-issue sa ilalim ng loyalty o promotional discount, ito ay nagtataglay ng mga katagang loyalty o reward o kaya ay may promo permit number at expiration date.
Sa kaso po ni Ginoong Tagle, ano po kaya ang maaari nating maipayo sa kanya?
Makabubuting suriin ni Ginoong Tagle ang instrumentong kanyang hawak at kung ito ay hindi voucher o coupon, ito ay hindi dapat nagtataglay ng expiration date. Kung ganoon, responsibility ng issuer na palitan ang mga ito ng walang gasto sa parte ng consumer. Sakaling tumanggi ang issuer ng gift checks na ito ay palitan, siya ay maaari ng mag-file ng complaint o i-report ito sa DTI Provincial o Regional Office sa kanyang lugar o mag-email sa Fair Trade Enforcement Bureau. Ang proseso ng pag-file ng complaint ay makikita rin sa DTI website www.dti.gov.ph.
Kaya mga consumer, tandaan, ang pag-issue ng gift check na may expiration ay pinagbabawal. Ngunit kung ito ay loyalty o promotional discount gaya ng rewards, coupons at vouchers, ay hindi ito sakop ng batas. Kaya naman, ito ay maaaring maglaman ng expiration dates. Maraming salamat, Ms. Vien.
Walang anuman, Ms. Dens.
At yan ang kabuuan ng ating programa sa araw na ito. Paalala lamang po ng impormasyon na aming naibigay ay base lamang sa aming natanggap na salaysay at mga pangyayari na inilahad ni Ginoong Tagle. Abangan muli ang Dear Consumer Care sa susunod na linggo. Ito po si Denzel Bonal na nagsasabing, wais ang consumer na may alam. Para sa updates, please like, follow, subscribe to our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube accounts. That's DTI Consumer Care and DTI Philippines.
Recording in progress. Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
Happy Tuesday po to all our participants, sa mga nakatutok po sa atin dito sa Zoom, and to everyone joining us live via DTI Consumer Care Facebook and DTI Philippines YouTube. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. You can still invite your friends and colleagues po to join this webinar. Para po sa ating bagong participants, ang DTI Consumer Care Webinar Series ay inilunsad ng Consumer Policy and Advocacy Bureau upang makapagbigay ng kaalaman tungkol sa mga napapanahong topic na makakatulong sa atin para tayo ay maging wais, mapanuri, at malayang mamimili. I am Alvin Gonzalez po from the Consumer Policy and Advocacy Bureau, and I will be your moderator for today's webinar po. Every year po, the country celebrates Consumer Welfare Month or CWM throughout October under Presidential Proclamation number 1098, Series of 1997. The month-long celebration aims to promote consumer awareness and disseminate consumer information on policies and programs affecting consumer welfare. In support of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 12, Sustainable Consumption and Production or SCP, and to heighten the DTI's advocacy initiative on SCP, this year's celebration will carry the theme Gen S or Generation Sustainable po. For our 247th webinar session this morning, our topic is about protecting consumers of neobanks or digital banks. Kaya naman po, bago po tayo magsimula, we would like to give some reminders lang po. Unang-una, ang ating webinar session ay recorded. By continuing your participation in the meeting, we are also consenting po that you may be recorded. We are encouraging everyone new to stay at samahan niyo po kami hanggang matapos at sabay-sabay tayong matuto sa topic natin ngayong umaga. Ang mga sumusunod po na reminders na nakalagay sa ating screen ay para masiguro na smooth ang ating webinar session for today. Unang-una, pakipalitan lamang po ang format ng inyong pangalan, maaaring consumer, space, full name, o di po kayo ay pangalan ng company, then your complete name. Kung masyado naman pong mahaba ang inyong pangalan ng company, kahit acronym na lamang po ang ating gamitin. Pangalawa, please turn off your mic during this webinar session unless you are requested po by the moderator to speak. Pangatlo, para sa mga tanong, we are encouraging everyone po to click the raise hand button to directly address the speaker during the question and answer portion. Or you may send po yung questions through the chat box. At panghuli, para po sa mga naka-touchscreen devices, please avoid drawing or making annotations po on the screens para hindi po mag-distract ang ating speaker at ibang participants. Without further ado, let us begin po this webinar session by singing the Philippine National Anthem to be followed by invocation.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Loving Heavenly Father, we come to you this hour asking for your blessing as we are gathered together in this webinar. May your blessings of wisdom and guidance be upon us all through the sharing and impartation of knowledge and skills by our resource speakers, facilitators, and moderators. Bless also the participants so that they would be able to glean the information from this activity and share what we have learned in the spirit of your generosity. Lord, we bring you our prayers, our commitment, our gifts to you this day. Let us who have a keen dedication and awareness of your creation have courage and conviction that we are able to contribute to the sustainability of the earth. Inspire us as we make choices so that we will recognize the impact our lives have on our environment and our human family around the globe. Pour out your blessing upon us today, Lord. May each of our actions reveal our awareness that we are partners with you in the creation and sustainability of this earth that you have given to us to appreciate and enjoy. We ask this in the name of your Son. Amen.
Good morning po ulit sa ating mga participants. Before we proceed po with our session today, we would like to invite our participants to subscribe to our DTI-1384 SMS upang makatanggap po kayo ng important reminders and updates mula sa DTI Consumer Protection Group for free. I-scan lamang po ang QR code na nakalagay sa inyong mga screens. Again, this service po is free of charge. Also, kindly be informed that the Diskwento Caravan po is scheduled on October 25, which is tomorrow po, in San Juan City Hall Atrium is moved po to November 16, 2023. Tulad po na nabanggit kanina, our topic this morning is about protecting consumers of neobanks or digital banks. The long lockdowns and restrictions during the pandemic unexpectedly catalyzed the rapid acceleration of digital transformation, and to some period, consumers relied on digital and cashless transactions. Neobanks, also called New Age banks, operate without any physical location, entirely online. They also earned the term challenger banks as they are digital first and they are posed as challenge to the traditional banks. And now this is to formally start our session for today. We're very fortunate po to have with us this morning our very capable speaker from the Tonik Bank. He is a highly experienced product officer with a proven track record in leading product teams for innovative fintech and telecom companies. He is adept in driving product strategies, digital transformation, and customer-focused product development. He currently serves as the Dynamic Chief Product Officer of Tonik Bank Digital Incorporated and have held key positions for Paymaya and Smart Communication Incorporated. Let us all welcome po the Chief Product Officer of Tonik Digital Bank, Mr. Ed Hosson. Good morning po, Mr. Roson.
Good morning. Magandang umaga. Thank you. Ayan. Magandang umaga sa inyo lahat. Una po, magsa-start na po ba tayo? Ayan.
Yes, po. Screen share lang po, sir.
Ayan. Habang nagsiset up po kami, marami pong salamat sa DTI at sa pag-imbita sa amin sa bigyan kaming pagkakataon para magsalita sa webinar na to. So, again, salamat. Brief introduction lang. Kami po ay from Tonik. Tonik is one of the first among the 6 digital banks here in the Philippines. No? So, 6 lang po ang digital banks natin dito sa Pilipinas. Although, meron pa rin mga traditional banks na nagpo-provide ng digital services. And I think from what I want to present to you, para makita niyo yung pagkakaiba ng ano ba ang digital bank versus traditional banks with an app or an online service. So, kami po from Tonik, so move na po natin ang slide. Okay. So, tulad ng sinabi sa atin kanina, nabanggit na ang digital banks ay online only. Wala po kaming branch. We are still regulated by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. At under their technology group, there are 6 banks that they are currently monitoring and regulating, basically. And again, since we're talking about consumer protection, we are also a member of PDIC or the Philippine Deposit Insurance Company, meaning lahat po ng account sa Tonik ay insured for 500,000, the same as your traditional bank accounts sa iba po mga bangko. Ito po ang aming savings products. Meron po kaming transactional savings account. Ito po yung pinaka main account. Pag nag-open kayo ng app ng Tonik, ito po ang una nyo makikita. Binibigyan po namin ng aming customers ng 5 solo stashes, group stashes at time deposits. Ngayon, ang maganda po sa digital banks tulad namin, we are able to innovate on traditional bank services. Tulad po ng time deposit, nung nagsisimula po kami, we asked people or consumers, bakit hindi sila nagbubukas ng time deposits? At ang nakuha po naming feedback ay sinasabi nila, pang mayaman kasi yan, kailangan mo ng $1 million just to open up a time deposit. And then sinasabi din nila po na pagka nag-open ako ng time deposit, naka-lock in yung pera ko, hindi ko malalabas sa bangko. At kung malabas ko man, wala akong makuhang interest. So may mga ganun po silang takot na mag-open ng time deposits. So sa Tonik, binago namin yung paraan kung paano ka magkaroon ng isang time deposit. So from your app, you can easily create a time deposit. You can easily see how much your money will make or earn after 6 months, 9 months, or 12 months. And because it's an app, we were very transparent on what are the fees or what are the penalties or what are the interests that you will earn if you do decide to close or open a time deposit account. So very transparent po kami at kitang-kita kagad ng customers namin ano yung mangyayari sa pera po nila. As a result, 59 or more than half of our customers have a time deposit with us compared po sa ibang mga traditional banks na normally nasa 10 to 20% lang po ang nag-open ng time deposits in a regular traditional bank. And then for our Tonik po, a lot of conceptions or misconceptions about digital is it's just because you have an app or being online that makes you a digital bank. So for Tonik, why we are pursuing a digital experience is we want to create, aside from recreate traditional products, gusto rin po namin mag-offer ng mga bagong serbisyo sa mga consumers natin dito sa Pilipinas. Isa na rito yung group stash. Ngayon po, pagka nag-open kayo ng isang bank account, ang trato sa inyo ng bangko ay 1:1. Ikaw at ang iyong account. Dito po sa Tonik, nagagawa po namin na magkaroon kayo ng group. Meaning, ikaw at ang kapamilya mo o ang kapatid mo, pwede kayong mag-open ng account na nakikita nyo pareho yung balance ng account na yon through your own apps. So that's a really new experience. And a lot of our customers are trying it out. As a matter of fact, 8.1% of all our customers opened a group stash. No? And when you have a group stash, ang magkagandahan po nito is nagtutulungan po kayong mag-save. So pag nag-deposit ang dad mo or ang father mo, makikita mo na naglagay siya ng money sa group stash ninyo, and you can actually see, or you, when you contribute, you can actually see it also increases. And to encourage this, we actually have a 4.5% interest rate if you open a group stash with someone. So it's a higher interest rate than just opening up a solo stash or just opening up a Tonik account. It's actually one of the first here in the Philippines where there is a shared account, which is unlike a joint account, which is another different type of account, that you can see each other's balances and transactions within that same account. So yan po yung how we see digital. It's not just about offering a traditional service through an app or online, pero po gusto namin i-connect ang mga Pilipino sa isa't isa. We want to connect you with a social experience. And we feel that banking is a social experience, not just for an individual. As a matter of fact, dito kaya po malaganap na ngayon ang pag-send ng pera sa isa't isa, di ba po? Kaya yan po ang how we see digital. So ito po yung examples ng user interfaces namin. So when you open a Tonik account, the main account you see in the dashboard is what we call the transactional. Ito po yung ginagamit para sa iyong virtual card or pag-send ng pera sa ibang account. Ang stashes po namin ay you can open up any time, any of this. Pero customizable din po siya. So kung gusto niyo po ilagay ang picture ng inyong anak, for example, you can. And for us, ito yung nagiging why digital is important as well, because it connects you to what you're trying to do or your goals. So every time you open your Tonik account at nakita mo yung picture ng anak mo, we're hoping that this kind of encourage you to save and not just spend money outright. No? You're encouraged to save because you have a goal in mind, and that goal is to provide tuition fee or of education for your child. Yan po yung gusto namin mangyari, where we have a closer relationship with our customers through these accounts or stashes. Okay. So with Tonik, of course, because we are a digital bank, we have to open up various ways for customers to top up and send money. As a matter of fact, because we're digital, one of our advantages is we don't actually charge for sending money out to the bank. Unfortunately, for topping up, PesoNet and InstaPay, you will be charged by the sending bank. So kunyari, may BDO account kayo at gusto niyo ilagay sa Tonik, i-charge kayo ng BDO to move money from your BDO account to Tonik. Pero for Tonik, because we believe that you should have access to your account and your money and your funds anytime, we actually don't charge for sending your money out through PesoNet or InstaPay. Zero fees po kami dyan. And then you can actually also use your virtual card that we provide to all our customers, and a physical card if you decide to order one from us. And you can use this for online transactions, kay Lazada, kay Shopee. And then, of course, if you do want to withdraw via cash, you can go to ML or Cebuana to withdraw them over the counter. And our top-up channels, you can use BPI, Union Bank, and of course, InstaPay and PesoNet is there for you to move money from your bank to Tonik. And then recently, then we launched our bills pay service, where you can pay certain bills, and we're going to keep adding to those as well. Okay. So one of our core products also as a bank is we provide lending services or loans. Paano kami naiba sa ibang mga lending institutions and banks are we want to provide fast approval and fast disbursements. So you can apply within our app and get the disbursement within the app itself and be able to send money from the app to your GCash or to your other bank accounts wherever you need it. And then we have an SLA of around 30 to 30 minutes approval time. Okay. So this is our examples of our loan products. Meron po kaming quick loan, meron po kaming flex loan, may shop installment loan po kami. Our shop installment loan can be found in some of our partner establishments like Home Along, which is an appliance store. And then we have flex up or repeat loan. So if our customers have been paying back their loans on time, we actually offer them a repeat loan or another loan instantly. And then we have big loan po, wherein we actually take in collateral, which means if you have a title or a condo unit that you want to leverage or borrow against, we actually accept that through our big loan service. And of course, the amounts are much, much bigger. Ngayon po, I'll just punta po tayo sa topic po ng ating discussion. So yun po yung introduction ko on who and what Tonik is about. Ito po ngayon po yung pag-usapan natin yung how do we manage customer care. So as we mentioned earlier, we are actually regulated by the BSP. And if any of our customers have a problem with Tonik, they actually can write the BSP directly, and the BSP would escalate these concerns to us. And we have to reply. We have to respond to these complaints because we are, again, responsible or being regulated by the BSP. So to give you an example of how we are actually connecting to our customers. So one of our biggest challenges as a digital bank is we want to make sure we have a direct line of communications to our customer, because our customers can't go to a branch and say, hey, I have a complaint, or hey, I want to talk to someone. So kailangan talaga namin na we are in every channel possible so our customers can reach out to us, okay, and have that conversation. So one of the things that we have in our app is actually a chat functionality in our app itself. So in any time, you can actually have a conversation with our agents. And then we also send app notifications. So example is we also built in an AI within the chat. So for simple questions like ano ba ang stash, pwede ka sagutin ng AI. Pero you can also actually ask for an actual agent or person to talk to you, and you can raise your concerns with that person, and you can have that direct conversation and complaint if you have any. So tutulungan po kayo ng aming agents. So within our app, we have a chat function, and then we also use app notifications to tell our customers if there are any problems. So for example, magkakaroon po ng downtime si InstaPay, ilalagay po namin yun sa app at ino-notify namin ang customers namin na hindi available ang InstaPay at certain times. Okay? So, iyan po yung pinaka-direct way for us to communicate to our customers. Second is we have web and online. We want to ensure that our customers, even before they get Tonik or download or open an account with us, we are very transparent in what we have to offer. So our online and websites have FAQs. You can read our terms and conditions there. You can read our data privacy statements. And then, of course, we have online calculators for loans and our time deposit that you can play around with even before you commit to opening up a Tonik account. Another way po na ginagawa namin to communicate to our customers is via email, calls, and SMS. Why is this very important for us is because this is traditional ways, and this is a sure way of getting to our customers. So usually nangyayari po sa amin, may message through a chat saying, I have a problem with a certain transaction. And when that happens, sometimes si customer po nawawalan siya ng data connectivity because It could be for various reasons. So wala siyang data connectivity. Since we saw the complaint through our app and we filed a ticket regarding that, an agent will process that ticket and actually do a call out to the customer to make sure that we are addressing their concerns. And we usually have a turnaround time of around 24 hours for them to reach out to the customer and make sure we're fixing the problem or responding to their concern. So other examples po is since we are offering loans, we sometimes call our customers for due diligence. Like we ask them questions like, do you actually live in this location or this address? We also do customer due diligence, which is again part of being regulated by BSP. We need to do due diligence to some of our customers, so we have to verify their identity. So, for example, we see an ID and it's a bit blurry, so we have to call out our customers and do due diligence on that particular customer with that particular type of ID. We also do creditor background checks through calls and SMS. We also issue, this is also our way of escalating issues and making sure we're resolving problems by using these traditional methods of connecting to them. And then, of course, if it's really critical, we actually make sure we call out the customers for very critical issues, like if they filed a BSP complaint for a certain thing, we make sure that we reach out and call them directly to resolve the problem. Okay. And lastly, we actually use social media a lot. So this is one of the things na pinagkaiba namin with traditional banks who use social media as just a way to advertise. We actually use social media to engage our customers. So everything from, we want to know what their feedback is. Even before we launched, we actually had a program for customers that wanted to test with us. So we called them our lighthouse keepers. Binigyan po namin sila ng beta access to our app and tinry po nila, nag-deposit sila, nag-open sila ng mga time deposits, naggumawa sila ng mga stashes with us, and we incentivize them by giving them sort of promotions and certain benefits. But we were able to get feedback. Sorry, nag-move po yung slide natin yan. We were able to get feedback and nagawa po namin, napaganda po namin yung service namin because of that. And now they're part of our sort of family, where every time we wanted to open up or create a new service, we actually bank on them to provide us with testers or even feedback on how the product or experience would be. We also use social media for surveys and questionnaires. So whenever we're developing something, we post certain questions on our social media and get feedback from our customers, whether they would do the following, or they would say, I prefer this than this. And then now that will help us actually build better products and services. Isang example na po doon yung sinabi ko kanina na time deposits. And then lastly, social media allows us to develop cohorts. Ang cohort po kasi is financial services is a challenge to a lot of Filipinos. No? It's not easy for some to actually adopt and start using, especially digital and online. So with cohorts, we're seeing that there are some people who are actually very helpful. They will tell other people, hey, yeah, I tried. Kino-compare po nila kami sa ibang produkto at sinasabi po nila na, ito pwede mas ma-okay gamitin to para sa certain uses. Kung gusto mo mag-save ng matagal, ito gamitin mo. So these cohorts or sometimes influencers are very helpful in getting us or helping our customers use our services. So yan po yung how social media helps and how we use social media in Tonik. Ito na po yung last slide ko. I think we can go to question and answers. I think I saw some questions posted in the chat.
Thank you for the informative presentation, Mr. Hosan. Good morning po ulit sa ating mga participants here in Zoom and to everyone joining us via DTI Consumer Care Facebook and DTI Philippines YouTube. Let us now proceed po with our question and answer portion. Short reminder lamang po sa ating mga participants not to stay muted po unless you are addressing po to the speaker or moderator directly. Please be also informed po that na makakapag-download po kayo ng copy ng presentation material after po you accomplish the client satisfaction feedback form or CSF form. That will be posted po sa ating chat box. Para po mas maging interactive ang ating question and answer portion, we encourage everyone po to click the raise hand button sa ating chat box or to ask directly po sa ating speaker or pwede po kayo mag-send ng question sa ating chat box. Habang wala pa po nag-raise hand, magbabasa po muna ako ng question from the chat box po. From Miss or Mr. Lu po, what are the 5 other digital banks po?
The other 5 are Uno Bank, Maya Bank, and there's GoTime. At andyan din po si OF Bank. Ano ba yun? Si GoTime, si Maya. I think those are the 5 others.
Next question naman po. From DTI Batangas, NC Balete, JC Vidal, how is Tonik from hackers?
How safe is Tonik? Very good question. So earlier I mentioned that aside from us being regulated by the BSP, so the BSP has a technology unit who assesses all of the platforms and technology we use. No, kahit po yung service namin where we are cloud-based, inassess po yan ng BSP. At the same time, we are also a member of PDIC. So we are insuring all of our deposits the same way that your bank insures or traditional bank insures your accounts. As for safety from hackers, we employ several global companies that helps us make sure that we are secured from such hackers. One example na po natin is we use a company called Dayon for Face ID. So, bago po kayo makalog in sa inyong account, kailangan po namin i-scan ang inyong face for biometrics. Hindi po ito yung nasa phone nyo. Ito po ay aming mismong face identity scan of our consumer or customer. And every time you need to install or reinstall the app, bine-verify po namin yung face scan na yun. So, that's one example. And there are several more. We actually use a lot of different platforms and technology to ensure that we are safe from hacks or vulnerabilities. Sorry, that's what the word I'm looking for. Sana po nasagot ko yung tanong niyo.
Thank you. Next question naman po. Can you give some tips po from what consumers should take to protect themselves when using neobank services to minimize the risk of fraud and financial loss?
First, do your research. There are a lot of information and available on digital banks. And one of the safest thing you can do is only put in the amount that is insured or covered by insurance. So our recommended deposit amount is up to 500,000 because that is what the insurance company would basically cover. So that's another one. And then for just safety reasons, keep your account private, no? Huwag niyo pong pagsasabi na nag-open po kayo ng account sa ganitong bangko at huwag niyo pong i-share yung information niyo about these services. So yun po, those are the 3 top things I can share about how to keep safe online.
Thank you. Next question naman po. Can customers dispute unauthorized transaction of fraudulent activities on their account? And what the process for resolving such disputes? What are the timelines for resolution po?
So the simple answer is yes. Any transaction that you feel was not done by you or yourself, you can dispute anytime. Ito po yung one of the more common things that we handle on a regular basis. So disputes, and that one po, the way I see it is, so there are 2 different types of disputes. So one is within our bank, or from within our bank, or within another bank. So sometimes it takes a while for some banks to reply to a certain dispute that you raise with us. But normally po, usually we resolve these disputes in 24 hours, especially if it's through our IBFTs like PesoNet and InstaPay. Very fast po ang turnaround ng mga yan kasi nakikita po natin yung mga transaction at most banks are able to respond immediately if there's a problem with certain transactions. Now, meron din pong mga certain disputes na hindi po natin masosolve. And then this is also another tip for everyone here on the call. Just make sure that when you're sending money or you're sending money to a different individual, unknown, you have to make sure that you know them. Para po siguradong tama po yung mapupuntahan ng pera nyo. Kung talagang hindi po kayo sure, pwede po kayong mag-send muna ng 100 or 50 pesos. Tignan nyo kung na-receive po nila yung 50 pesos na yon bago nyo ipadala yung mas malaki pong amount. Yan po, para lang tama po yung account number, hindi po kayo nagkamali ng nilagyan. At the same time po, pagka nagkaroon kayo ng dispute, 50 pesos lang yung kahabulin ninyo, hindi po yung mas malaking amount. So that's another way for us to make sure na, especially kung first time nyo mag-send, no? Tapos, pag nakapag-send na po kayo, gamitin nyo po yung mga, katulad po sa Tonik, you can save the account information within the app. So next time magsisend po kayo, gamitin nyo na lang po yun para hindi kayo nag-e-enter ng numbers. Kasi doon po minsan nagkakamali, di ba? Pag nag-e-enter po kayo ng account number, maaari pong magkamali or may type nyo at tapos masend nyo. Tao lang po tayo, di ba? Minsan nakakalito yun eh. So, yun. Send a small amount to test if you don't know or if this is the first time you're sending to a person. And then secondly, i-save nyo po yung account info sa apps. Most apps offer this service na isa-save yung account info.
Thank you po, sir. Next question naman po. How do Tonik handle data breaches and inform affected customer about the breach and the potential impact on their accounts?
So yeah, if this happens, we do follow a protocol, and then this is again regulated by our BSP. And then what usually happens is definitely we will contact the person. That's why as I mentioned earlier, we have different tiers on how to contact. Definitely you will receive a call from us. We will inform you of what happened in the vulnerability. And then again, if it's covered by insurance, we will then provide the following information to help you recover whatever amount or if there is a breach in the amount. But if data privacy, we will inform you of what happened, definitely. So there's a certain report or incident report that will be filed and will be escalated to the BSP first and then to our consumers.
Thank you po. Next question naman po. What are the common risks associated with using digital banks like Tonik? And how can consumers protect themselves from this risk?
So the more common risk that we see is somehow some customers lose their mobile numbers. Because Tonik is usually associated with a mobile number as your primary account or primary contact info. So pag ganyan po, usually na-manage naman po natin if you are able to prove that this is not, you lost your mobile number and you can get a replacement, or this is your replacement mobile number. We can handle that. But yeah, those are some of the risks. So you have to be very careful with your mobile number. You have to make sure that you are able to prove that this mobile number belongs to you through your telco. No? So that's one of the things that we see as a kind of like one of the bigger risks for using a banking service. But any other thing, we are just like most banks. The same risks are associated with the same banks are the same with us.
Thank you. Next question naman po. What if I close my Tonik account? Are there any potential fees or restrictions involved in account closure?
The simple answer is no. There are no fees. But before you can close your account, we want to make sure there's a zero balance. So we have to make sure that you have withdrawn all of your funds and that you don't have a remaining balance with us so that you can close your account. But yes, though, you can easily close your account with us anytime.
Thank you po. Next question naman po. Can customers easily access their transaction history? And what is the process for rectifying errors in this record?
Okay. So yes, again, one of the best things about digital banks, not just us, is that all of your transactions should be in your app, should be visible. Kami po, whenever you do a transaction like a PesoNet, when you send a PesoNet transaction through a digital bank, usually it takes a couple of, depending on what time you send it, there are clearing times. So one in the morning, one in the afternoon. Pag nag-clear po yon, whether it's in the morning or the afternoon, we update the status in the app itself. Makikita mo na, okay, pumasok yung pera, or hindi pumasok, nag-fail, it will be returned back to your Tonik account. So very transparent po kami. All your transactions are within the app. We store up to 1 year's worth of transaction. You don't have to request for your transactions, although you can. We have a function within our app where you can request for your statement of account. Pero within our app, you can keep scrolling and we will actually show you 1 year's worth of transactions. And then the other thing is, madali po siyang screenshot and isend po sa aming email or customer chat to show ano yung transaction na may problem po kayo. So ganun po siya kasimple.
Thank you po. Next question naman po. Does Tonik offer any rewards or cashback program for using their services? If yes, as an account holder, how can I have this benefit?
So for now, wala po kaming cashback programs. Ang meron lang po kami before is, so we have 2 programs that we launched before was a member get member program. Pero I think we put that on hold for now. And then meron din po kaming, whenever you open a group stash and you have multiple people or you invite people into that group stash, nagsisave po kayo together, we will give you a higher interest rate. Pero that's so far, those are the only promos we have.
Okay. Next question naman po from Mr. Benjamin F. Polikip Jillian from Tourist Inn. What are the differences of Tonik from GCash? What is the unique features Tonik po?
Good question. So for the main difference is Tonik is a digital bank. Si GCash po is an e-wallet service. So para pong ang difference niyan is, if you look at it, a Tonik is a bank where you put money to save. GCash is a wallet where you put money to spend. Ganun po yung difference natin. And what makes us unique is that when you put money in your Tonik account, you can earn interest. And you can use stashes to separate your money into different buckets or different envelopes, or how you want to see it, different accounts. And you can save for different things. So meron po kaming ganun. At the same time, meron po kaming time deposit. So our time deposits, if you want to save in long term and kind of be stricter on yourself, so be disciplined ka na hindi mo gagalawin yung money mo, time deposits are a great way to do that. And that's also what's unique about Tonik and really differentiates us from the e-wallets out there.
Thank you. Next question naman po. Does Tonik provide a physical card for making purchases? If yes, how do I report a lost or stolen card, and what steps should I take to protect my account in such a situation?
Okay, so there are a lot of ways for you to protect your account. First off, we do offer a physical card. You can order it through the app. And once you receive the card, you can activate it through the app. If you don't activate the card and you didn't receive it, the card won't be activated and it will not be useful to anyone. The second is, in our app, you can actually have direct control over the card itself. Kung gusto nyo po, ilalak nyo yung card, kaya po within the app. So open nyo lang yung card interface po namin, sabihin nyo, lock this card. Wala na pong transactions na ma-approve through that card. And then secondly, our card are linked to our Tonik transactional savings account, which is yung main balance po doon sa ating account. One good practice is to have little or no funds in that account. So what you can do is you can put your money in a stash. And whenever you want to use your card for a transaction, you move money from your stash to your Tonik account. And you can do it in seconds, no? And there's no fees. You might miss out on the interest because our stashes earn interest. Pero since it's already there, it actually earns interest on a daily basis. So magre-reflect naman po yun at the end of the month. Pero pag nilagay nyo po yun sa main account po ninyo, sa Tonik savings, transactional savings account nyo, tsaka lang po siya magagamit ng card. Okay, so even if you lose your card or for some reason na feeling nyo na compromise yung card nyo, ilagay lang nyo yung money nyo sa stash within your Tonik account, hindi na po yun magagamit. So those are 3 different ways. And then of course, you can report it to us, you can call us, or you can go into our chat and report the card lost or stolen. Ganun lang po kadali.
Thank you po, sir. Time check po. It's already 10:53 in the morning po. May mga gusto pa po ba magtanong from our consumer or private sectors po? Or otherwise, magbabasa na lang po na tayo ng mga 2 to 3 questions po before we close this session po. Everyone po from our participants.
Sabihin ko din, if you have any more questions, you can simply go to our website, our social media, Facebook pages, and post questions there. A lot of my colleagues are online and will be able to answer you.
Thank you po, sir. I think meron pa pong 2 to 3 questions.
Yeah, sure.
Next question po. As a sustainable consumer, I prepared to have my bill sent to my email. Does Tonik providing e-billing services?
Yes, very ano po yung question tricky po yan kasi una hindi po talaga kami nagbe-bill ng customers, but we can send your statement of accounts, your account information or notifications through your email. Yes, we can actually do that.
Thank you po, sir. Last call po para our participants. Baka may gusto po magtanong habang nandiyan po si Mr. Edo Houghton. I think last 2 questions, sir.
Sure.
Question po, why consumer will choose a neobank or digital bank?
A lot of reasons, I think. So one is the convenience of it. No, I think for me specifically, and what I've seen from our customers, is that it changes the way you save. No, when you look at traditional banks who haven't moved into the app or online space, meron kang feeling of banking hours, like 9 to 5 tas tapos na, you can no longer transact or you have to do unless nga they have an online. So for digital banks, wala kaming ganong notion of limits. And then secondly is yung seamless movement of your money. No, it's good and bad because your money can now move seamlessly from your savings account from a different bank to Tonik to your GCash or Maya wallets very easily. And in real time. No? And sometimes it's good to see your funds happening or your money movements happening in real time. And then secondly, I think because it's in your phone and it's in your device, it's so easy to access and have the information ready and available to you at any time. No? And it's again, last thing that I would say that would really differentiate us is watch out for our future development. So we're just starting. We're just a 3-year-old bank, but we already have a big roadmap for us on what to provide or new services that we can provide our customers with. Isa na nga po yung group stash, no, where you can save together as a family or as a group of friends, and you are able to see all of the transactions going in and out of that account, shared across different users. I don't know po kung na-imagine nyo po yung what I'm saying is being able to kind of share that kind of information between users is kind of like it will change the way you see banking actually. So I hope you can experience the same from us.
May question pa po from our participant, from Mr. or Ms. Lu. How come the survey of Como Bank asked for the digital bank that the client is banking with if the guest speaker prefers to keep that data private?
Ask for digital banks. Okay. If you're answering a survey from other banks, it's up to you to provide the information if you want to. But again, my recommendation is not to declare that you have accounts in other banks, especially on social media. No? You shouldn't share information about anything because again, there could be vulnerabilities there. So if you feel that you want to participate in a survey, make sure you read through the data privacy statements before disclosing any of your private data, just to be safe.
Thanks, sir. Next question naman po from Mr. or Miss Lu. Mukhang active po si today's participant po. What about SB Pay? Is that an operational digital bank?
Again, there are only 6 digital banks, and I don't think SB Pay is listed as that. Maybe SB Pay is a regulated e-wallet EMI e-wallet provider, but they probably would not be a digital bank as licensed by the BSP. So ulitin ko po yung 5. It's Union Digital, it's Maya Bank, it's Tonik, it's GoTime, and si Uno Bank, at saka si OF Bank. Yun lang po yung 6 na licensed digital banks ng BSP.
I think last 2 questions na po.
Okay.
Can we use the Tonik Bank po for bank certificate?
Yes, we do provide a bank certificate, but you have to check if the institution that you are, so for example, applying for a visa, if they accept, sometimes they have certain formats that they require, and we might not be able to provide, but we do provide bank certificates within our app.
Okay, sir.
If you have, so sagutin ko na po yung isang question, can we also use Tonik in paying goods in other countries, for example, Taiwan or Japan? If you have our physical card, yes, you can actually bring that card when you travel, and you can use that to pay for services as long as you have a balance in your main account. So ensure lang nyo po na since nagta-travel po kayo, baka wala kayong access sa data, baka hindi nyo po ma-fund yung transactional account ninyo. So kung may makakuha kayo ng Wi-Fi, check nyo po yung balance nyo before transacting with your physical card.
Last question po before we close this session for today po. This question po is related to our CW team or Gen S, Generation Sustainable. How can Tonik integrate sustainability practices into their operation and services to contribute to a more environmentally and socially responsible financial industry po?
You know, gustong-gusto po namin yung tanong to kasi as a digital bank, we are trying to eliminate the use of paper. So every time you apply for a bank account within us, hindi po kayo gumagamit ng papel para mag-sign up. That's as simple as I can put it. If you want your statement of account, hindi po namin piniprint sa papel yung statement of account at i-mail namin sa inyo. Ito po ay i-email namin sa inyo as a digital copy. And we can actually do that every month. And every month we're saving so much on printed materials, no? So that's our simple and really the way we start our environmental concerns or environmental advocacy here in Tonik, no? Yung simple paperless process na ito rin po ini-encourage sa amin ng BSP, no? Na wag po tayong gumamit ng paper. At the same time, branches cost money. Branches use electricity. Branches use resources. So by being digital and on the cloud, we are actually being more environment friendly because we're just app based. So I hope that kind of answers the question. And we do plan to have other initiatives as well to support our environment.
Thank you, sir. Sir, I think may pahabol pa po na question po from our participants.
Yeah.
Miss Krisha Pagaduan from IWS-Scoop.URT. When using card of Tonik, how much is transaction fee? Is it like other existing banks like BDO, BPI that ranging 15 to 18 pesos per transaction?
No po, wala po kaming fees when using the physical card. Pero po pag magwi-withdraw po kayo sa our physical card, I think you're talking about ATM transactions or the 15 to 18 pesos. Unfortunately, we're not part of BankNet. So our physical card is actually just a MasterCard for payments lang po siya. Pero for using it for payments, wala po kaming fees.
Thank you, sir. Maraming salamat po sa ating mga participants sa mga nagtanong. And thank you for answering all of our questions po, Mr. Hoston. We hope na natutunan po ng ating mga participants kung ano ang Neobanks products and services and the Tonik Bank safety protocol at ang paggamit ng services dito. Before we close this session, we would like to request Mr. Ed Hoston to give a short message lang po to our participants and share with them the Tonik Bank's contact details para sa kanilang other concerns po.
Okay. Again, you can find our website at tonicbank.com. You can reach out to us. Our contact information is there. Even our headquarters, our office is there as well. And to participants, again, thank you for joining us in this call. I appreciate all the questions. And sa akin po, the way I see digital banking, it's hopefully we can introduce better financial services here for our fellow Filipinos. No? Nagsisimula pa lang po kami, pero ang nakikita po namin is we're trying to be an equalizer in terms of your access to these types of financial services. No? Kagaya po ng sinabi ko noong noon, akala ng mga tao ang time deposit pang mayaman lang. Hindi po. Lahat po tayo pwede gumamit po ng banking services. And we're hoping that by switching to digital and our customers being able to access your app through your phone allows you to have the same types of services that others can avail of. Ilan po. Marami po salamat.
Thank you po again, Mr. Hoson, and thank you again to Tonik Bank. Before we close this session po, we would like to once again invite our participants to subscribe to our DTI-1384 SMS upang makatanggap ng important reminders and updates mula sa DTI Consumer Protection Group for free. I-scan lamang po ang QR code na nakalagay sa inyong mga screens. Again, this service po is free of charge. This is to formally close our webinar for today. Muli, maraming salamat po sa ating very capable speaker from Tonik Bank, Mr. Ed Hoson, and also kindly be informed that the Diskwento Caravan po na nakaschedule po tomorrow on October 25 in San Juan City Hall Atrium is moved po to November 16, 2023. At mula po sa Consumer Protection Group, maraming salamat po sa ating mga participants na nakasama natin ngayong umaga. Huwag niyo po kami kalimutang samahan muli sa aming mga susunod na webinar sessions. Our announcement will be posted in our social media accounts. For more updates, please like, follow, and subscribe to our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube accounts, DTI Consumer Care, DTI-1384, and DTI Philippines. Also, kindly accomplish na lamang po and submit the survey form para makakuha din po kayo ng link at para ma-download po ang presentations na ginamit ngayong umaga. Thank you so much everyone po and happy Consumer Welfare Month. Thank you, sir.